Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
This is crazy. You know, you move places like this to get away from things like that. But Fargo seems to me, has been getting pretty crazy lately.
We begin tonight with a story we first broke early this afternoon. Thanks for joining us tonight.
People are allowed back into their homes in a neighborhood after the SWAT team surrounded an apartment complex in North Fargo. Now, police were called to 315 30th Avenue North for a welfare check. That's where Valley News Team's Krista Bain joins us live with more. Krista?
Mike, Steph, police have just wrapped up here not too long ago after evacuating neighbors in the apartment for around 4 hours. Now, police say they called in the SWAT team because they weren't taking any chances. The SWAT team entered the building and tried to make contact with a man inside his apartment. And after that, they tried making entry into the apartment, but saw that something was blocking the door. And that's when they heard a gunshot. A robot was then brought in, and police could see from a camera the man on the floor with a gunshot wound. A neighbor who lives right next door says she never even met the man, but knew police frequently stop by his place to try and check on him.
I don't think anyone in the building's ever really seen him. I know that the sheriff's department is there a lot, and I'm sometimes talking 2-3 times a week trying to serve him. And he's never answered the door or anything. I mean, I come out from the sheriff's department looking in his back windows, and you can see him sitting in there, and he doesn't have anything to do with anybody. So I've been a little nervous.
On Valley News Live 10 at 10, I'll have more on what's now the SWAT team's 6th call this year and how that compares to the average. Mike, Steph?
All right, thanks, Krista. Now, there's been a lot of talk in the community lately following the recent high-profile crimes in the Fargo area, from kidnapping and to breaking and entering, shootings and murders. Many are asking, what's going on?
Well, Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson shows us how different people from different walks of life perceive recent crime.
I'm a mother, so I worry about everything, and I will, but no matter where he goes, that's going to be the case.
Janet Jensen is signing her son Jacob up for classes at NDSU.
I'm not worried about him taking care of himself. Thank God we've never had a situation where we've had to worry about it, but he knows the things that can happen.
He's moving here from Brainerd, Minnesota, where he says there's less crime.
I haven't dealt with it personally.
I feel very safe in Brainerd, but we have had a little more crime lately.
Janet says she doesn't mind sending her son to a bigger city, saying people have blown recent events out of proportion.
Getting bigger, there's probably going to be more crime, and it's a little freaky.
Morgan McDougall, sophomore at MSUM, disagrees, saying crime has hit too close to home, especially fellow students being raped.
It was like the first week of school, and all of us were like, really? What just happened? Like, this girl just started and now this happened. She went to the hospital and everything. So I think it freaked a lot of us out.
Others from bigger cities aren't too worried.
I don't know, everybody I met here is very nice, very polite. I've never had any trouble. I've been here a lot.
My mom, Christine Johnson from Minneapolis, says she's fully aware of recent murders near campus, but says she's not concerned sending my brother, Sam, to school. Just encourages him to keep practicing safety.
Have somebody with you. Don't go out late at night in the city. Stay around your dorm.
Advice echoed, no matter where you come from.
Don't go anywhere alone. That's my #1 advice. Don't go anywhere alone.
Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Now, police say overall crime rates have gone up, including violent crime and gang crime, but they do say compared to other parts of the country, it's still a very safe place to live here.
Fargo police arrested a man for stealing a vehicle that had a 3-year-old sleeping in the back last night, despite the fact that the Amber Alert system didn't work the way it was supposed to. The boy was reunited with his parents hours later. His parents say that they're still shocked it happened so quickly.
No, I mean, I never thought it would happen in Fargo. I feel very safe in Moorhead here, and never in a million year like it will happen to me. It's just so quick.
Fargo police say that they're reviewing their Amber Alert procedure to try and figure out where things went wrong last night. Right now, police have a fax to form to the Red River to send to the Red River Dispatch Center. The dispatch center then faxes the form to the North Dakota Department of Emergency Services, where it is then broadcasted.
Unfortunately, in the case last night, state radio did not receive a request for an Amber Alert until roughly 11:39 that evening.
There was some breakdown in the channel. Now you have to remember, this Amber Alert system isn't something we utilize a lot, and it's one of those systems where it involves multiple different agencies.
Today we did call the Red River Dispatch Center to see why the information was not sent to the North Dakota Emergency Services. We have not yet heard back.
Well, wildfires in Canada are making for a wild-looking sky here in the Red River Valley. Look at this. It creates all that haze and that red, strange sun. Our storm team tells us that smoke particles from wildfires in Canada are being carried into the atmosphere, and the light from the sun is affected by the smoke. Well, it's made for a very eerie look out there today. It still looks like that. Let's head over to Hutch Johnson to see what the rest of the night will look like. Hutch?
Yes, that's what that north wind is blowing in, and it's actually visible here on the visible satellite imagery. You can see this puff of white up in Saskatoon and Saskatchewan blowing down over the Red River Valley. That is the plume of smoke-filled atmosphere, and that is causing all of that haze in the sky. Temperatures in the comfortable 70s. Look at Bismarck, 91 there. We sit on a boundary. I think we stay cool, we stay dry with all the radar activity well to the east. Temperatures in the 70s most of the evening. Expect an absolutely phenomenal moonrise and sunset as we go through the next 24 hours. I'll have details on some more storms in our forecast in just a few moments.
It sure looks interesting out there.
Very milky sky.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Hutch.
More than 1,200 people, it was standing room only, as friends, teammates, families, and community members paid their respects to Zach and Connor Qualvog in Fargo today. Special tributes were paid to the brothers during today's services. There were special memorial items in the lobby. The two lives were taken so young and remembered today with music and prayer. But the Park Christian community says there's still tough days ahead.
I think we will be forever changed. There will be a piece of us that is gone, and because of the unity we have as a family at Park Christian School, we're going to always be different because of what happened on June 23rd.
The two teens died when their truck rolled on Interstate 94 near Dalton, Minnesota last week. Members of the Dalton Fire and Rescue Squad were there, along with members of the Cass County Sheriff's Office. They also were at the service today.
Some new information now in the search for a 25-year-old man from Grand Forks. Police are asking for your help in this suspicious disappearance of the man in downtown Grand Forks. Here's a picture of him. Aaron Pigeon was last seen leaving the Level 10 bar on 11:30 Saturday night. Pigeon is 5'9", white, and he is about 180 pounds. Earlier, police said that he was wearing a Confederate flag T-shirt. His clothing description has now been changed to a maroon shirt with black writing, blue jeans, and white sandals. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson has this exclusive interview with the missing man's parents and the latest on the river search.
Aaron Pigeon lives with his parents in Badger, Minnesota, where he works construction. He was staying with his cousin in Grand Forks Saturday. They were doing some bar hopping when he stepped outside the Level 10 bar for a cigarette at 11 p.m. It was the last time he was seen.
At this point, nothing to indicate foul play. To our knowledge, he wasn't in any altercations leading up to his stepping outside to have a cigarette. We don't have any reports of any altercations outside at around that time. So at this point, no signs of foul play.
Has he ever taken off before and gone for a week or
Never,
stuff like that?
never. He's always kept in contact with us, and what's scary is his phone is dead.
Really? Okay.
And he hasn't come back for his truck at his cousin's or anything.
His phone is never dead. He always keeps his phone charged up and everything, so he's always on Facebook all the time and everything.
Police say they're talking to bar owners and checking surveillance video from the area. They've also been looking along the river just a block away. This morning, I found two homeless men sleeping in bushes on the riverbank. Their description is not close to Aaron Pigeon's.
Nothing to indicate that the river has anything to do with it any more than any other area, but obviously when you're downtown, that's something that you have to be concerned about.
This afternoon, law enforcement officials began combing the riverbank and the river, searching for any signs of Pigeon. And while Lieutenant Johnson says they have no information to indicate that Pigeon could be in the river, they just want to make sure they cover all the bases. Meanwhile, the missing man's parents say they have no idea what could have happened.
No idea. He's just missing, so if anybody hears from him, please call.
In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
And if you have information, call police at 701-787-8000.
A Minnesota State trooper who works in our area is facing an internal investigation for speeding. It happened April 28th on Highway 210 in Fergus Falls. Sergeant Jesse Grabo was cited for going 94 miles an hour in a 55 zone. Investigators say that Grabo was on duty and driving a patrol car at the time. A misdemeanor speeding charge was filed against Grabo on June 26th.
Well, coming up later on Valley News Live at 6, where a new four-way stop has been installed in downtown Fargo.
And it looks like a quiet, albeit very hazy evening across the valley. I'll have details on what you can expect the rest of our work week coming up right after this.